storytelling competition. We're happy to have you join us and enjoy what they will share with us. My name is David. I'm glad to be your host.
各位参赛学生及家长早安，非常欢迎各位来到第10届何嘉仁写作演说区域赛的会场。很高兴各位一同来参与孩子们发光的时候。我是 Lilian， 很高兴能担任今天的主持人。相信今天报到的时候，每位参赛者都有领取一张优惠券，这是为了鼓励小选手们这段期间来的努力。爸爸妈妈可以于活动结束或是中间休息时间，拨空至1楼练练日光，帮孩子挑选小点心，犒赏一下这段日子以来的努力。
These students should be proud of their accomplishments. They have written, rehearsed, and practiced their speeches over the past 5 months. These students are the best at their branches, and they are joined here to compete to see who is the best in our area. There will be only one student to reach the final round on March 20th.
没错，今天来到现场参赛的学生们都是各分校的骄傲。今天的比赛共10位选手，我们将选出本场次的1位选手晋级。晋级者将代表北东区参加3月20号礼拜日的全国总决赛，竞争非常激烈，但我们相信孩子们已做好了最好的准备。
Before we dive into the competition, let's take a quick look at the schedule of today's event.
在比赛开始前，先带大家看一下今天的活动整个流程。
I would also like to remind the audience to refrain from coming to the front to take photos or video, and please turn your phones to vibrate mode, for it may disrupt the contestants.
比赛前在此声明，比赛进行中请勿上前拍照或录影，并严禁使用闪光灯。并请关掉您的手机，改为震动，也请勿交谈，这些举动都会干扰到参赛者哦。请家长及参赛选手们勿于比赛进行中走动，若需如厕或离场，请与小朋友们演讲完后再移动，避免影响小选手们的比赛心情。
Here are the rules for the speech competition.
我们来看一下比赛规则。
The students chose 1 from 6 topics and prepared a 3-minute speech.
学生将从6个议题中选出1个，并进行3分钟的演说。
For contestants, please pay attention to the following important points about your speech. First, a start sign will be raised for you to begin your speech. Do not begin your speech before the start sign is shown. A sign will be raised at 2 minutes and 50 seconds and 3 minutes and 10 seconds to remind you of the time. At 3 minutes and 30 seconds, a bell will be rung for contestants to end the speech.
以下几点参赛规则，请各位参赛者注意。我们分别会在开始2分50秒、3分10秒这3个时间点举牌，提醒时间3分30秒响铃。
Here is the grading guideline for the speech.
以上为演说评分项目，请参照。
And here are the rules for the storytelling.
接着来看一下 storytelling 的规则。
Students will have 20 minutes to prepare and 1 minute to present.
每个孩子有20分钟的时间准备，以及1分钟时间的表达。
First, a start sign will be raised for you to begin your storytelling. Do not begin your storytelling before the start sign is shown. A sign will be raised at 50 seconds and 1 minute and 10 seconds to remind you of the time. At 1 minute and 15 seconds, a bell will be rung for contestants to end the storytelling.
我们分别会在开始50秒、1分10秒这3个时间点举牌提醒时间，并将于1分15秒响铃，请参赛者停止演说。
Here is the grading guideline for the storytelling.
以上为 storytelling 的评分项目，请参照。
Now, I have the honor of introducing you to our distinguished judges. There are 4 judges for today's competition.
现在我们要为大家介绍一下今天的4位评审。首先，让我们欢迎
Let's welcome Hans, Head NST from Singlong Branch.
新隆分校资深中级教务主管 Hans。
Next is Laura from Hess Training Department Center.
何嘉仁教学训练中心讲师 Laura。
Next is Sarah, Head CT from Shilan Branch.
士林分校资深中级教务主管 Sarah。
and Yvonne, Head CT from Xinhu branch.
新湖分校资深美语教师 Yvonne。
Let's give our judges a big round of applause. And storytelling judges, please follow Rita to the storytelling competition area. It is time for the competition. Contestants, don't be nervous. You have been preparing for this moment. All your months of practice come down to these 2 minutes. Do your best and everything will be great.
比赛现在就要开始喽，请给予参赛者再一次的掌声鼓励。听众朋友们，深呼吸，放松心情，将最好的表现拿出来。
The first student to give us their speech today is Andrea from Hepping branch.
第一位参赛者是 Andrea， 来自和平分校。
Everyone, let's welcome Andrea.
让我们欢迎 Andrea。Hello.
Ever since I can remember, I've always been taught the importance of reading books. But it was not until I understood my own learning style that I realized reading alone may not give me the best learning experience. As you know, people learn in different ways. I personally learned how to play golf, which is the sport I love, by watching my teachers at school and watching sports channels, and after years of practice and training, my skill really improved. But there was hardly any book reading involved. So, I don't think that reading books is the best way to learn. It may be a good skill, but it's simply not enough. We need hands-on activities. For me, learning is more than having new knowledge in my head. It's about interacting with this information and physically doing things with my hands. And of course, having fun. And don't think reading books alone gives me this experience. It's a little boring and not quite effective. In Donald Martin's book, How to Be a Good Student, he says that reading is like simply putting words of text into your mind, but they're just stuck there. Well, he's right. There is no fun in just gaining new knowledge if you don't put this information into practice. My experience learning science, for example, proved that there should be hands-on parts to what we read from our textbook. In science experiments, we must use our mind, our senses, and things around us to really understand the information on the textbook. A study done in Chicago in 2015 proved that those who frequently participate in hands-on activities perform better on their tests and had improved brain power. You might have heard of the saying, practice makes perfect. Well, the statement is not entirely true when it comes to learning because there is no such thing as perfect, but it is the keyword practice. That is important because I think learning becomes more powerful when you go beyond the words that you read in books and put your new knowledge into practice. Thank you for listening.
Three minutes and 10 seconds. 3分10秒。
The second student is Koala from Beito branch.
下一位参赛者是 Koala， 来自北投分校。
Let's welcome Koala.
让我们欢迎 Koala。
Have you ever been to a zoo? How do you feel when you see animals locked up in a cage with no freedom? Do you think zoos take good care of the animals? Hi, my name is Koala. I'm going to talk about why zoos should be better. And here are some reasons. First of all, everyone knows that zoos are places where animals live in captivities and put on display for people to view. We can only see what the zoos show us, but not how they are treated when there are no tourists. Some people might think the zoos must be taking good care of the animals, otherwise they cannot operate legally. Well, that's true. Most of the zoos follow the regulation. But how are we able to ensure that every zoo in the world, including private zoos, are following the rules? Even if the zoos take good care of the animals by feeding the animals and preventing the animals from getting harmed by the predator, this will still cause problems to animals, which leads to the second reason. The animals forgetting how to live in the wild. Animals are supposed to be in the wild. If humans provide them a shelter or a safe place to live, they will rely their life on humans. If the animals were raised by humans, they might have a hard time to search for food and finding a safe place to stay in the wild. Keeping animals in zoo will cause them to lose their nature animal instinct, which means zoos might not be able to help animals getting back into wild, even if they want to. Furthermore, zoos don't provide enough resources for the animals in their care. According to the director of BDA, he explained that zoos are prison for animals. As a matter of fact, animals in zoos are suffering tremendously, both physically and mentally. Animals in zoos often show unnatural behavior, such as repetitive pacing, swaying, barbeating, and killing themselves. For example, polar bears are living in an area that is 1 million times smaller than the area they will naturally work. To sum up, how can we solve this problem? Not just donating money to zoos or buy an animal and release them. It doesn't make sense. In my opinion, I think this world should have more people involved in animal protection by hearing the voice of the people, and we can help on banning the zoos, step by step, and we can return the animals to a free and safe living environment together. Thank you for your listening.
2 minutes and 49 seconds， 2分49秒。
The third student to give us her speech today is Mokyu from Jiankang branch.
下一位参赛者是 Mokyu， 来自健康分校。
Let's welcome Mokyu.
让我们欢迎 Mokyu。
Hi, I'm Mokyu. Today, I'm going to talk about in-person learning and online learning and which one is better. Have you thought which one is better? Let me go over points with you and see if you agree with me. During the pandemic, when everyone had classes online, the midterm grades were very good in my class. But when students returned back to school, their final grades were so bad that you wouldn't believe it. Is it because the questions are harder? No, it's because it was online testing during midterms. Students were able to Google and look at their textbook or even use Line to ask their classmates. So online learning is easier for students to cheat. Now, it has entered the era of 5th generation internet accounts. But no, when will the internet make uploads just like that?
It may waste time during class too. Maybe sometimes students already log out of the meeting. But when the teacher notices, the class is already finished. And the technology keeps advancing, so a lot of old computers can't keep up, and it slows down the class. So internet problems may waste class time. If there's a student who practiced jump rope during online PE class, their neighbor who lives downstairs may come and protest. In music class, we can only practice the recorder, but parents will get crazy. During online class break time, you can talk with your friends by the chat box too. But it's hard to express your feelings during typing, so it's not fun at all. This makes personal connection, an important part of class, weaker. But also, online learning has good things too. You don't have to wake up so early. We can tell our teacher our camera is broken, so you can wear pajamas during class. And we can tell our teachers that our mic is broken too, so you don't have to answer any questions. You can mute it when the teachers are yelling. Just kidding. Now, talking through it all, it's quite obvious that in-person learning is better, because students can really learn effectively, can have more time for personal connections with teachers. And I can talk with my friends, and I can be with my classmates and play tag. Thank you for listening.
3 minutes and 7 seconds. 3分7秒。
Next is Clement from Heping Branch.
下一位参赛者是 Clement， 来自和平分校。
Everyone, let's welcome Clement.
让我们欢迎 Clement。
Hello. I consider myself a student athlete. I'm part of a badminton team at school that practices every morning for an hour. On top of that, I also get to play more badminton and do other sports in PE class twice a week. Unfortunately, playing a sport in PE class with my classmates isn't as fun as I'd like it to be. Some students aren't very good at doing physical activities, and some students look like they don't even want to be there. I wish my school would increase the number of PE class per week and allow my classmates to gain more knowledge about sports and actually practice them. As a student athlete, playing a sport has affected my life in a lot of good ways, and I wish the same for my classmates and for everyone. Playing a sport has a lot of benefits for children. It's fun, it keeps us healthy, it helps improve brain power, it helps us develop life skills, and more importantly, it's the best way for us to make friends. A research done by the Department of Sport and Recreation in Western Australia also shows that children who are active at playing sports get better marks at school. Well, I'm proud to say that playing badminton has also helped me perform better at school. And I believe this would benefit me in the future when I enter the workplace. The workplace is a place where most adults, like mom and dad, get stressed out. We all know that stress is not good for the mind and the body. And most adults rely on medicines to relieve their stress. I don't think this sounds healthy at all. What's worse, a survey in Taiwan reveals that the amount of physical activities for health among Taiwanese adults is extremely low. This is why adults should participate in sports too. It helps them exercise in a fun way, which improves the immune system and helps relieve stress. I could talk for hours telling you the benefits of sport. excellent point for you here on why everyone should play a sport. It's simply the best way to improve our body and mind. And it helps us build a better community. Thank you for listening.
2 minutes and 53 seconds. 2分53秒。
Next, we have Rena from Minchuan Branch.
下一位参赛者是 Rina， 来自民权分校。
Everyone, let's welcome Rena.
让我们欢迎 Rina。
I still remember the day when we stopped going anywhere and all our school learning had to be done on an iPad, computer, or even smartphone at home. After going through that, I believe in-person learning is fit for every student. I want to share with you some reasons why coming to class in person is far better than stay at home learning from a desktop. First, let's talk about concentration. Imagine yourself sitting in a class with a teacher teaching nearby you. Now, think of your listening skills and listen but in the content of your house. What's the difference? To be honest, there are a lot of distraction while learning at home. A study time from a student were more likely to listening to the music, send a text message, chat on Google Meet, or surf the internet during online class. Personally, I have to admit that I chat while learning online. Sometimes I don't even turn on my camera, so a teacher couldn't see me at all. At home, there might be no person to watch over us. We might have our parents, but they're all busy doing their work too. At school, besides teacher, there are students who keep us in check. My second reason has to do with fairness. Most people know they have internet access along with equipment, but not everyone. What about those that don't have easy access to either their nothing? It's hard to imagine we live in a big city with a same Wi-Fi access. Yet, there are many students in Taiwan and around the world don't have access to such equipment. They even have problems to pay for their school lunch. In Taiwan, students have to go to school for 12 years no matter rich or poor. During the pandemic, problems are showing up because not everyone is on the same footing. Some students may share their device with their family. Some don't have stable internet, some don't have access at all. It is lucky that we just online learning for 3 months. But in that short time, when we come back, everyone is on a different level. So the teacher needs to try hard to put every student to a same level. That is also why I think in-person learning is far better than online learning. However, the family is not benefit of online learning at all. Online learning has a benefit, of course. If the government can help fix the problem with the equipment, then students have better self-control and parents can help out when we couldn't figure. Then online class is not limited by space or time. You can learn it anywhere you want, and you can learn at any time it is recorded. I have even seen some classmates join Google Meet on their car of the way back home. Cool, right? You learn it in your own hand. But remember, the benefit of online learning only works with a student who can manage themselves well and a student who have all the right assets. Therefore, I believe in-person learning is more better than online learning. Thank you.
Three minutes and 5 seconds. 3分5秒。
Up next, we have Angela from Bo'ai Branch.
下一位参赛者是 Angela， 来自博爱分校。
Let's welcome Angela.
让我们欢迎 Angela。
Hello everyone, my name is Angela. My topic is zoos shall be banned. I'm an animal lover, so I always go to the zoo to watch cute animals during my free time. But one day, while I was watching TV, I saw 2 baby lions playing and running in the grassland. They looked so happy. And the most importantly, they were enjoying their freedom.
when I went to the zoo and saw the lions in a cage. I realized that the animals weren't fierce any longer and looked too confined. I suddenly felt so sad for the animals at the zoo. I thought that all animals should stay in a place where they belong. What if animals had little trunks, or did something impossible for them? I remember one time when I went to the circus and saw a trainer holding a whip and forced a lion jumping over a ring that was on fire. The lion looked so scared and nervous. It made me think of that I watched a scary documentary before. It says when the animals in the circus stop performing, the trainer attacks them. What a terrible and cruel thing. Also, have you ever thought where zoos got their animals? They may get their babies from other places. The babies don't have their parents. Let's put yourself in the little cow's place. When you don't have parents, you must feel lonely. And some animals are social and are used to live in big groups. They like to stay together. So, when we put them in a zoo, they aren't properly socialized, and they can't return to the nature again. They won't know how to protect themselves, or even don't know how to hunt, and they will die easily. Finally, what happens to the animals if they are too many in the zoo? Maybe the zoo will let someone buy them, or they may be killed. This is very cruel for endangered animals. I'm sure that after hearing those reasons, that you would agree with me. All zoos should be banned, because wild animals deserve to be free. Wouldn't that be amazing? Thank you for your time and attention.
3 minutes and 4 seconds. 3分4秒。
The next student to give us their speech today is Henry from Mingchuan Branch.
下一位参赛者是 Harry， 来自民权分校。
Let's welcome Henry.
让我们欢迎 Harry。
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thing disappeared. Guess what has disappeared in the last 6 seconds? I'm Henry, and I'm not a magician. Nothing disappeared here. But in the last 6 seconds, a rainforest as big as a football field was gone based on images taken by satellites back in 2019. Now, the rate is definitely faster. Let's have a discussion. The crisis we are facing is global warming, and it isn't any problems we have faced with our own hands. We are making the earth sick. If we do not stop some bad habits we have, the global warming will continue at a faster rate than now. The scary thing is, even a 5-year-old kid knows we are causing harm to our world. But we cannot stop ourselves from harming it. Why? Because all the things that damage the earth bring a lot of convenience. For example, we can drive a car to get anywhere. We can use plastic to carry almost everything, including liquids. We can use electricity to enjoy AC during summer and during winter. How nice! Still remember the missing rainforest? Do you know why they are going away so fast? Is it because of the weather, the forest fire caused by the nature, or cutting down the wood for human use? It is really hard to convince everyone to go back in time when we pretend these things don't exist. But we can still try our best to reduce the damages. I think global warming is more serious than COVID-19. Global warming has happened for a long time, longer than COVID-19. People believe virus can be controlled by vaccine and medicine one day. However, nothing can really control global warming. The only element
control global warming is our attitude. You may think that one person's action doesn't matter, but what if more people help the cause? You don't need to make drastic change your lifestyle. Just remember from some little things, for example, share the rice with your friends or coworkers. Always keep your recycle bag with you. Don't forget to cherish all resources you have, such as food, water, electricity. Everyone can do a little every day. Rising temperature from global warming may cause 83 million people die in 2100, based on study by Combined University. Just in 80 years. Can you imagine that? That is why I think global warming is the one issue. 3 minutes. Guess how many areas of rainforest are gone? They are equal to 30 football fields. Thank you.
3 minutes，3分0秒。
Now let's welcome Shane from Minchuan branch.
下一位参赛者是 Shane， 来自民传分校。
Let's welcome Shane.
让我们欢迎 Shane。
Hello everyone, my name is Shane. I believe that everyone should play sports. What is known is that many people are overweight because they didn't do enough exercise. Being fat can cause a lot of serious problems such as heart disease, high blood pressure, strokes, or many more. Let me share with you my personal experience. I didn't like to play any sport when I was in first grade. I thought doing exercise is tiring and boring. I actually hate all my PE class during that time. When I was grade 2, my dad got sick and his doctor asked him to do some exercise. At first, I didn't really believe the doctor. However, my dad started training some regularly. It became a habit for him, and I noticed that he got fitter and fitter. He even yelled at me with more energy when I did something wrong. After 6 months, the doctor said he's as healthy as ever. Since then, he hasn't felt uncomfortable. He rarely gets sick. I admire him for his hard work. His results convinced me to do some exercise. I didn't want to do it alone, so I decided to join a sports team when I was in grade 4. After that, I started enjoying doing various sports. Guess what my favorite sport is? The tag rugby. I noticed that I'm running faster and faster. My lungs become stronger and stronger, and I can yell back at my dad with the same energy like he did. In addition, I got to know more friends. Because of them, I can stand on it consistently. Doing sport is good for your health and can maintain good mood. Besides, it can help us learn how to interact with others. Since you are in a sports team, you must consistently communicate with your teammates and respect everyone. During a game, I must be focused and observe what is going on and make a decision quickly. Only then can I help my team win. What other activity can change in all of these areas? Nevertheless, you have to be careful during practice and games. Being an athlete, you must take good care of your own body and don't stretch yourself too much. Always run out before you start. Any kind of injuries might cause all of your efforts for in vain. All in all, doing sport is good for your health and can bring you spirit. I agree everyone should play sports. You will find out that your life is much more colorful. Why don't you join us now? What? You don't believe I'm a part of our school sports team? Because I'm just not tall enough. No, I'm just not tall yet. I know that one day I will be taller than most of you. Remember my name is Shane, and one day you will see me shining on the Rugby World Cup stage. Thank you.
2 minutes and 49 seconds，2分49秒。
Up next we have Elena from Minchuan branch.
下一位参赛者是 Elena， 来自民传分校。让我们欢迎 Elena。
Hello
Do you like going to the zoo? I used to like it, but I changed my mind after I realized the price and harm zoo animals pay. Many people like to go to zoos because there are a variety of species. You get to be up close to the exotic animals without traveling across the world. But do you ever get a thought as to how zoo animals feel? Zoos are a win to people, but when it comes to zoo animals, they don't really feel the same way. Some animals pace back and forth in the cages, hurt themselves, and even pull their head off. These behaviors are typical reactions due to long-term captivity and lack of social life. Imagine someone put you in a cage for an exhibit. Would you be happy? The captivity can be very bad for the zoo animals' physical and mental health. Keeping animals in zoos for research purposes is more like cruelty than redemption. Some researchers may say they save animals from extinction by breeding them in zoos. Yet, the damage has been caused since the animals are taken away from the wild in the first place. The captive animals will die soon after returning to the wild because they don't have survival skills. For example, the killer whale, Kako, a famous animal actor from a hit movie, Free Willy, was released to the ocean in 2002 after 20 years living with human beings. He didn't know how to hunt in the ocean. He didn't know how to bond with the pod of whales. Animals' behaviors are complex. How could human beings teach animals to be animals? Taking them from the wild is never a smart move. There's a very high price animals pay for zoos to exist, which causes more harm than good to the ecosystem. I have a dream. One day, every creature in the world will be free from the fear of captivity. I have a dream that all animals will be free from suffering of family loss and being away from their homes. I have a dream that we can learn about animals in terms of coexisting with them peacefully in the world. This is my hope. This can be our future if we let it. Thank you.
Three minutes and 2 seconds. 3分2秒。
Next up is Sharon from Hepping Branch.
下一位参赛者是 Sharon， 来自和平分校。
Let's all welcome Sharon.
让我们欢迎 Sharon。
Going to the zoo always makes me feel excited. I'm always amazed seeing exotic animals up close, like pandas and pangolins. I know what you're thinking. These animals should not be taken from their natural habitat and should not be kept in the zoo. I totally agree. And like you, I also think we should be making efforts to protect them. But in order for us to do that, we need to get closer to these animals. And a well-maintained zoo that creates natural habitats for their animals is the best place to do that. So, there is no need to ban zoos. When people think of zoos, sometimes they think of animals living in cruel conditions. Well, today, zoos have changed in more positive ways. They increase their natural habitat, they add natural sounds, and they allow animals to interact with the surroundings. A study in management of wild and captive animals showed that these methods really do improve the health and the behavior of the animals in the zoo. So, I think as long as animals living in these conditions in the zoo, zoos should be continued to exist and provide opportunities for education. Just by speaking to my friends and family, I learned how little we know about wild animals. I strongly feel that those who hunt wild animals in captive in this participate in the destruction of their homes are both uneducated and careless. Robin Gensert in Animal Activity says, people won't protect what they don't love, and they can't love what they don't know. I couldn't agree more. If people are more educated about these animals, they would care more about their protection and conservation. And our very own Taipei Zoo is doing just that. Our zoo is working with our government to educate the public about endangered species and wildlife conservation. Now, if Taipei Zoo were to shut down, I would have a hard time to convincing my friends and family that an amazing scale mammal like Taiwanese pendulums needs protection, or else they will go extinct. This is why zoos should not be banned. They help educate, they bring people closer to nature, and more importantly, they help save the most helpless animals in the wild. Thank you for listening.
3 minutes and 2 seconds，3分02秒。
The competition is going to end. Every contestant really gave us his or her best performance. We would like to take a 15-minute break.
每位参赛的演说都非常出色，今天的比赛到这里告一个段落，接下来将有15分钟的休息时间。休息回来后，我们将进行评审讲题及颁奖。谢谢。
My name is Jay. In 2020, technology is changing very quickly. Almost everyone uses a smartphone and a computer every day. We all know that technology can make our lives easier. Some people also think that it's making us lazier. But I do not. Today, I will tell you why technology is actually helping us work harder and learn more than in the past. One thing that's very nice about having a smartphone is that when you have a question, you can find the answer very quickly. It only takes a few seconds to type your questions to Google and get the response. This means we can learn things much faster than people could in the past. Having so much information on the internet has made us smarter and more curious than ever before. It is also much easier to find a job than it used to be. If you want a job, you don't need to waste your time walking around to different places and asking the hiring. Instead, you can use an app or website to find companies that apply online. Also, because people can find jobs that they are really interested in, they have more motivation to work hard. At the medical level, technology can treat more sick people and save more lives. Machines are able to do a lot of doctor's work that used to take up doctors' time. Since they have more time now, they can innovate and invent new ways to help people. Robots are another kind of technology that help us every day. Some people say that we are lazier now because robots do so much work for us. But I think we just have time now to do more important work. As robots become more advanced, they can clean our houses and drive our cars. This means we have more free time to do other things we need to get done. Think about all the things you could do if you didn't need to spend your time cleaning. Because you wouldn't be tired from boring chores. You could answer your emails, practice your hobby, or even study a new skill. It wouldn't make you lazier. It would make you more productive. Just because technology is changing our lives, it doesn't mean that we're lazier. By making our lives easier, we have more time to learn new things and work hard on the things that really matter to us. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Ian. And today, I'm going to tell you about my vision. When I say I want it, I don't mean it would be nice to have. I mean, there's nothing I would want more than this. I want to be a famous singer. When I sing, I feel like a bird in the sky. So free. Like a bear on the land eating honey, or like a fish swimming in the water. So relaxed. When I sing, I fly myself. Singing makes me really happy. And if I could just sing for the rest of my life, it would be a dream come true. My favorite singer is Taylor Swift. I really like her songs and I listen to them every day. If I were a famous singer like Taylor Swift, I could also be rich. I could pay to shut down all the schools so I don't have to go to school and learn Chinese. It would be so great. I can sing and dance all day long. When you are famous, you can have so many friends. It will be so easy to make new friends because everybody will want to be my friend. Think about all the parties and time that I would get to spend with my friends. They could give me ideas for songs so we could both be famous together. There's only a small chance of being a famous singer. There are 7.8 billion people in the world, and there are approximately 604,000 famous people like Taylor Swift in the world. So I always
大家都表现非常好哦。那我们要再稍等一下，那我们来问小孩一些问题。让我看看，来，你是第一个，想请问你平常都怎么准备这个比赛，在这个练习稿部分？
当练习就好，就平常心，不要太紧张。
没错，就是要放松心情，对不对？那你有没有在刚刚在比赛之前有做什么放松动作？
没有。
没有。那你有跟妈妈跟鼓励说加油吗？没有。那你有没有跟自己说加油？有，很棒。好。
And how do you feel about today's competition? You feel good? Feel nervous at all?
No.
Very good. That's good to hear.
哇，怎么小孩都不会紧张哦？我都好紧张哦。
And how about you? How do you feel today?
So.
So. Not very good. You think you did well?
你觉得你表现怎么样？
Half-half, so. Okay. Very good. Thank you very much. And Moki, how do you think you did today? Not sure. Did you feel nervous?
Yes.
Okay. I would feel nervous as well. And how about you? Did you feel nervous today? No? Do you think you did well? Not good, not bad. Another so-so. Very good, very good. And how did we do today? How did you feel?
Great.
Feel great? That's good. Not so-so? Great, and so-so. Very good. Thank you, thank you. And how do we feel over here? Do you think you did well? So-so. Did you feel nervous at all?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. But everybody did very good. And how about you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not very nervous, but I think it's so-so.
Very good. Not very nervous and so-so. Very good. Thank you very much.
哇，你们真的很厉害！因为老师今天在前面，我觉得这可能声音就会像这样子的一直发抖。可是你们都每个都表现得很好，而且很有自信，对不对？你们有练习很多次吗？有在家练习举手？哦，非常好。有在学校练习举手？有在广场外面室外练习举手？有出去，对不对？你们在大家面前，你会发现其实不管在哪里，在大家面前，在学生、在老师、在家长面前，你只要做的是什么？放轻松，拿出最好的自己，对不对？那爸爸妈妈有没有想要鼓励小朋友的话？觉得他们表现怎么样？
没有，我觉得他们可以出来比赛已经很棒了，对，
很厉害，
很好的经验。
谢谢。让我们给选手们再次的掌声鼓励。
Welcome back. Now we would like to invite our judges to give us a few comments on today's competition.
各位家长及学生们，欢迎再次回到比赛会场。我们来请今天的评审来替我们讲评。我们欢迎 Laura 来为我们讲评。
Let's welcome Laura.
Hi everyone, good morning. Happy New Year. I'm very happy to be here with you guys today. One, because there's some of you that I have seen for the second, third, fourth year already. Some of you have been to camp, so it's really good to see you guys here today. Okay. Show of hands. Did you feel nervous before your speech? Yeah? I think that's great because that means that you really care. Okay? So it's okay to be nervous, and trust me, all of us are nervous here right now as well. Okay? I just wanted to give you guys a little advice for your speech. Your speech today was all about what you feel is the right thing, right? So when you write your speech, think about the things that you're saying and how it connects to you. Because you've done a lot of research. You've told us, in this research or this book or this professor, that's great. I can read that too, but that doesn't mean that I believe that. I want to hear from you why you think that helps you prove your point. Okay? So if you say, oh, in this book, this professor says that doing sports or playing sports helps your health. For example, when I didn't play sports, I was tired all the time. But now that I play sports, I feel happy and I have all this energy. So you're helping me understand that you really know what you're trying to say. Okay? Then when you guys are standing here delivering your speech, focus on your main points and make sure that those key words, you clearly pronounce those words to us. I know sometimes we start to speak really fast, and when you speak really fast, you don't really know what you're saying because we're not nervous, right? So whatever you want us to really focus on, slow down, and then pronounce those words clearly, and it will help you a lot in the future. Otherwise, great job. Good luck to everyone. Thank you.
谢谢 Laura。
Thank you, Laura.
接下来我们欢迎 Hans 来为我们讲评。
Let's welcome Hans.
各位家长哈，
喂，对，这是当你在紧张的时候可能会发生的事情。好，
他好像断断的续续的，
对不对？
好。
好，我们刚刚 Teacher Laura 讲到了，那我们站上台来，其实我们都已经完成了我们的文章了，对不对？那当你文章完成之后，你下一个工作你要做的是如何在台上把你的文章完整的呈现出来，而且可以让你的听众
可以舒服的去听到你的演讲，那并且让你的演讲可以完整的可以呈现给每一个人。所以这边会提到一些所谓的表情的部分，表情会分很多种，一些是脸部的表情，有一些是声音的表情，然后还有再来一个是你的肢体动作。那我们常常会看到有些小朋友会做到说比较传统的做法，会比较像是一个被包装过的动作。第一个、第二个，全部的东西，上面的、下面的，你的、我的。这些动作并不是说不好，那只是说当你被刻意的去套装过的时候，有时候它看起来就相对的不是那么的自然。所以你们会看到有些同学在表演的时候，还有或者说你自己在表演的时候，你会感觉到一些差异。哪一些小朋友哪一些同学他看起来会比较的舒服，那些动作会比较舒服，配合上你们在做演讲的时候，你们的声音的大小和咬字的表现。当你需要去加重语气的时候，你的速度是不是需要放慢？那你需要去某一些地方你可以比较顺的带过去的时候，你就是顺的把它念过去。该停的该慢的，你把它加重出来。我们在听的人，不管是评审还是在座的其他的参赛选手或是家长，我们都可以很舒服的去听到你所想要表达的东西。那这些是一些建议和一些我们之前在看过其他小朋友下来的一些经验。那其实今天站在台上的所有的小朋友就像刚刚大家都有提到的，只要能站在台上用英文来展现出他的一个所学所能，那都是非常了不起的一件事情。好，那再给所有的小朋友一次掌声，谢谢。
谢谢 Hans。
Thank you, Hans.
接下来我们欢迎 Yvonne 来为我们讲评。
Let's welcome Yvonne.
Good morning, everyone. I had a great time listening to all of your stories. We had lots of very creative and imaginative storytelling, so thank you for working very hard. A piece of advice I would like to give you is remember that when you look at the picture, everyone else can look at the same picture, right? So think of how you can make yours stand out, right? How can you use your imagination to expand beyond the picture? Of course, you use the picture and you build your story from there, but how can you make yours stand out, right? We have lots of very great and creative speeches, so keep working hard to practice building on that imagination, okay? And as far as the structure, remember to stick to the beginning, middle, end, and make sure that it makes sense and that it flows nicely, right? But thank you so much. I can tell that you've all been practicing a lot and that you worked very hard to get to this point. It was honestly very hard to choose which one was better because they were all so great. So congratulations and good luck. Thank you.
谢谢 Yvonne。
Thank you, Yvonne.
接下来我们欢迎 Sarah 来为我们讲评。
Let's welcome Sarah.
大家午安，小朋友终于可以松一口气了，有没有？终于比完赛了。那其实今天的表现，其实我们 不管是哪一个小朋友最后晋级，其实你们已经到了这个阶段。就像刚刚评审讲的，其实对我们评审来说也很紧张，因为每一个小朋友都表现得非常优秀。但是在这个阶段，有的时候有一点点小小的不一样，就是会是胜出的那一分。那我们刚刚在评的时候，包括你们在念 storytelling， 有一些像是过去式 past tense， 你们要记得在讲 storytelling 的时候，可能每一个地方都要记得要用 past tense 去做，因为刚刚有些小朋友可能前面都有记得，可是可能一两个小地方就忘记用 past tense 这个部分，就是可以再提醒自己可以好，还要再更好、更精准。那除此之外，我觉得每一个小朋友真的你们都很不容易，用英文，然后站在台上，马上20分钟就可以说一个故事，我们老师觉得非常厉害。谢谢大家。
谢谢 Sarah。
Thank you, Sarah.
接下来我们即将进行最紧张的颁奖时刻了。
First, we'll give out the participating awards to the students who perform well today.
首先颁发的是参加奖，相信在这段时间的练习中，孩子们学到了许多东西，请大家给予他们最大的掌声。
Let's invite Judge Hans to give students the awards.
让我们欢迎 Hans 来为我们颁奖。
When you hear your name, please come to the stage.
各位参赛者，听到你的名字，请依序上台领奖。
First, we have Andrea.
首先，我欢迎 Andrea 来自和平分校。
Next is Koala.
下一位是 Koala 来自北投分校。
Next is Mokiu.
接下来欢迎 Mokiu 来自健康分校。
Next is Clement.
下一位是 Clement 来自和平分校。
And Rena.
下一位是 Rena 来自民权分校。
Next is Angela.
下一位是 Angela 来自博爱分校。
Next is Henry.
下一位是 Henry 来自民权分校。
Next, Shane.
下一位是 Shane 来自民权分校。
Now we have Elena.
下一位是 Elena 来自民权分校。
And lastly is Sharon.
最后一位是 Sharon 来自和平分校，请大家给予他们掌声。大家的表现都非常的棒，好，那请参赛选手们留步，让我们一起拍照团体照吧。来，眼睛看前面。
Now things are getting exciting.
来看前方。来，我们站近一点，站近一点。对，我们站近一点，对，挤一点，挤一点。
You want 2 rows, Jeffrey? Jeffrey, you want 2 rows?
来看前方，1、2、3。好，谢谢。可以回座位。表现真的非常的棒。
Now things are getting exciting.
现在越来越紧张了，马上就要颁发我们今天的晋级奖喽。
And welcome Laura to present the award to who gets to the final round.
我们邀请 Laura 来为我们颁奖，有1位学生将代表北东区晋级全国总决赛。听到名字的学生，请进驻到台前一起领奖。
When you hear your name, please go on the stage. It is Mokiu from Jiankong Branch. Congratulations.
恭喜 Mokiu 来自健康分校，请大家给他热烈的掌声。来看前方。好，谢谢 Laura 和 Mokiu。
Now, we are nearing the end of our competition. All I want to say is, well done. We are so proud of you. All of the students have so much talent. For those that made it to the next competition, great job. The second round of the speech and writing competition will be held on March 20th. We will give the announcement to the students who won the ticket to the conference competitions.
我们的比赛接近尾声，各位参赛者们今天的表现都非常的杰出，真心为你们感到光荣。我们第10届英语力大赛全国总决赛将于111年3月20日举行，详细之细节再发通知单给晋级的学生，为晋级的孩子也不要气馁，在我们眼里，你们都是各分校的骄傲。
Thank you for attending this competition.
感谢所有家长支持及小朋友的努力参与，你们都是最棒的。接下来，请1到10号选手起立，带着你的随身物品，跟着 Teacher Doris 至场外准备回家。也请1到10号的家长们跟着选手们一起至场外接回，并且记得携带您的随身物品。谢谢您的莅临。